Bearcats fans, what is going on? This is Neil Meyer with the front office news here with
J.T. Smith. And the Bearcats lose a tough one at a neutral site. I mean, it's not a home game, but it is in Cincinnati, 82-68 to the UD Flyers. And honestly, it was a game that after maybe 17-17, UD dominated for pretty much 30 to 35 minutes of the game. And again, the Bearcats shot very bad from three, and they didn't really they looked out of sync. And on defense, UD was able to get a lot of things they wanted. Jerron Holmes, I mean, he had, how much he had? 28-7, got everywhere he wanted. Kobe Elvis had 27, shot 14, went 14 of 14 from the line, and it was bad. I mean, people that watched, I would say the refs were one-sided, but at the same time, the Bearcats missed a lot of easy shots early, and they shot terrible from three. And at the end of the day, I feel like that is kind of what was like, as Dan Hoare said, coffin nails, and not on the bingo side of things. And Neil, just let us know what you thought about the game and what you saw in general.
Yeah, overall, you mentioned it. Jerron Holmes, A10 preseason player of the year, and the Bearcats haven't seen a guy like Jerron Holmes so far here through the first 10 games now of non-conference play, and he was everything as advertised tonight. 28 points, I believe, on 10 of 16 shooting, 7 rebounds. And I mean, he was an overall bucket getter for Dayton tonight. But man, after the Kobe Bray three to make this game a 20-17 game in the first half, the Flyers just never looked back from there. I mean, Nate Santos, Kobe Bray, Kobe Elvis, and Jerron Holmes combined for 76 of the Flyers' 82 points. And that was substantial. I mean, you look down at the stats, they go 28 for 30 from the line. Obviously, JT mentioned a little bit more calls were towards Dayton, it felt like. But overall, it seemed like every time Dayton was getting to the rack, UC was just fouling. And that allowed for them to make the free throw, set up a full court press, and it caused a lot of trouble for the Bearcats. And Wes Miller even stated that in the post-game press conference. So overall, Dayton is a really good team, and I know a lot of people are going to look down and say, oh, we lost to another local rivalry team. But that's a Dayton team who was picked to win their conference and will be an NCAA tournament team at the end of the season. So that is a loss that can't really hurt the Bearcats. They wish they had it back. It was a huge quad one opportunity for them. But overall, that Dayton Flyers team is a very good Dayton team. But overall, the Bearcats had a lot of things to turn up. Obviously, they didn't get the night they wanted from Victor Locken. Finished with just 2 points on 2 of 9, or 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. So not the night they anticipated for the big fella in Victor Locken. But overall, Aziz Bandego finished with another double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds, and he been a bright side for that. But also, they added Jamil Reynolds back to the fold after the temporary restraining order got granted through the end of the season. So he made his Bearcats debut tonight. I liked what I saw from him a little bit, and he's still getting comfortable, and you can definitely see that. So despite the loss, there's still a lot of positives to take away from a game like this.
Yeah, for sure. It's just the one thing that hurt, as Wes Miller said in the post game. Neutral site game against UD. UD's good, but beating UC by 14, I don't know if they're that good. But they were the ones that did it. No disrespect to UD, but I think it's more of a wake-up call for the Bearcats because, the Big 12 is coming, guys. 3 more games, and then you're playing in the Big 12. And every game, I mean, you only have maybe 1 or 2 games, 3 top that maybe should be maybe a little bit easier, but in the Big 12, anything can happen. And you got a lot of killers coming, so I just think this game will be something that hopefully at the end of the year, people can look back and say this is a building block game, but it'll be one if stuff goes awry that people will look at like, hey, you kind of can see certain things there. So fingers crossed, man. They still got a lot of time. Still only a third of the way through the season, so they have to just keep their heads down and see what's going on. So I know we talked to Coach Wes Miller and Simas Lukosius, sorry about that. And that'll be up on the site. My man Neil's working on the recap that we'll have up, so just look at that and check us out, man. Hopefully, thanks for everybody's support, and definitely check out the Bearcat Tip-Off Talk podcast, man, where me, my man Neil, and Alex Meacham. So this didn't go how we wanted to go on Saturday. Definitely the team didn't want to go this way, but it's going to be a lot of maybe some soul searching and a lot of stuff that they have to do to kind of figure this out. And we'll keep you guys abreast on how it's going, and keep tabs of it.
Sounds good. This is Neil Meyer with the front office news.
And J.T. Smith.
And we are signing out from Heritage Bank Arena.